3, 2, 1.
All right, so I know yesterday we talked about the recursive formula, or this explicit formula. Formula I gave you guys was a's of n. Right, that's what we talked about. So any formula, a's of n was the first term, so I'm gonna call it a's of 1, plus we always went n minus 1 and times the difference, right? Whatever we were adding or subtracting. That was a formula. So as long as we know the first term and our difference, we can find any number. We need to know a's of 1 and the difference. Now here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you two numbers. In this case, I'm giving you the 19th number, and I'm giving you the 34th number. So two random numbers. They're not consecutive. Just two random numbers, and I want you to find the 40th number. We need to find a's of 1 and our difference. The way we're going to find our difference, I'm going to subtract the two numbers that I gave you guys, the 19th and the 40th number. I mean, the 19th and the 34th number. So I'm going to go negative 6,580 minus a negative 3,580. And then whatever I get, right, I'm going to subtract my two numbers because I want to see how much did it change. And whatever I get, in this case, I'm going to divide it by 15. And the reason why I'm doing 15, because from the 19th number to the 34th number, there's 15 numbers. So I'm going to subtract the two values. Whatever I get, I guess I'm going to divide it by 15th, because that from 19 to 34 is 15 numbers. Did you guys figure what that is? Negative 200, yes. So our difference is negative 200, right? Each time we're going to subtract 200. At least I got the difference from the formula. Right. Now I need to find my first term. I know the 19th term. I know the 34th term. I don't know the first term. Because remember, I need to find out the first term. So I'm going to use any of our numbers given. I'm going to use a's of 19. I know a's of 19 is the first term, so I'm going to call it a's of 1, plus 18, right? N minus 1, I'm doing an a of 19, times negative 200. As a matter of fact, a's of 19, I can even change that number for negative 3,580. Because I know that's the 19th number. So I have the 19th number is equal to the first number, which I don't know what it is. I'm calling it a's of 1, plus 18 times negative 200. I'm going to solve for a's of 1. I can do the multiplication, 18 times negative 200. That should give me negative 3,600. So I have that negative 3,580 is equal to a's of 1 minus 3,600. Right? I got the negative 3,600 by multiplying 18 times negative 200. I want to solve for a's of 1. I want a's of 1 by itself. So that negative 3,600, let me move it to the other side. Right? I'm going to change it to positive 3,600 on the other side. Right, whatever some teachers, they do the opposite operation, add 3,600 on both sides. What I say is just move it to the other side and switch the sign. That's basically what you're going to do. Move it to the other side, switch the sign. So I'm going to say a's of 1 is equal to 20. Right? Negative 3,580 plus 3,600 gives me 20. Vanessa, we're good? Yeah. So I know a's of 1 is 20. I know our difference is negative 200. I know my first number and I know my difference. Now I can find out any number that I want on the formula. I'm asking you guys in this case to find the 40th number. So I'm going to say a sub 40 is equal to 20, because 20 is my first number, plus 39, because I'm looking for a sub 40. I'm looking for the 40th number. So 39 times negative 200. Remember, the formula is the first number plus n minus 1. So that's where I got the 39. N minus 1 times the difference. Now just figure what that is. I'm going to go 39 times a negative 200. And then I'm going to add 20. Remember, I do the multiplication before I do the addition. So a to the 40, in my case, gives me negative 7,780. Don't have to put the commas on your answer, just the number, just the digits. Do make sure you do put in the negative sign though. So negative 7,780. So in order for us to use the formula that I gave you guys yesterday, you need to know the first number of the formula on the list. You need to know the first number, and you need to know how much do we add or subtract, our difference. You need to know that the first number and the difference. So for the assignment for today is, first, find out the difference. Second of all, find out the first number, and then use the formula. Let's take a look at another example, or example number 6. Once again, our formula is a sub n is equal to the first term plus n minus 1 times the difference. I don't know a sub 1 and I don't know the difference. Let me figure out what the difference is. From 29 to 191, I'm going to subtract those two numbers. 191 minus 29. I subtract my numbers. Starting from the later number, so 191, I subtract them. And in this case, I'm going to divide this by 27. And the reason for 27, I'll even write in parentheses, 39 minus 12. Right? I gave you guys the 12th term. I gave you guys the 39th term. So 39 minus 12 is 27. So I'm going to go 191 minus 29. 191 minus 29. And in my result, I'm going to divide this by 27, which gives me my difference is 6. So each time I'm adding 6. So I know the difference. I need to find out the first term, and I'm going to say a sub 12. I'm going to use the formula using a sub 12. A sub 12 is equal to the first term. I'll call it a sub 1. I don't know how big is it. Plus 11, right? N minus 1. A sub 12 gives me 11 times 6. And then I say, well, a sub 12, I can change that for 29, because I know a sub 12 is 29. So I have the 29 is equal to the first number plus 66, right? 11 times 6. Let me subtract 66. So that gives me that the first number happens to be negative 37. Right? I just went 29 minus 66 and gave me negative 37. So I know my first term. I know the difference is 6. I can use the formula now. So I'm going to say a of 36 is equal to negative 37 plus 37 times 6. A of 36 is equal to the first number, or a of 1, plus 37 because n minus 1, and then 6 because it's the difference. That's what I meant, 35. Just checking if you guys were awake. 35 times 6. So let's check 35 times 6. All right, we're going to do the multiplication first. 35 times 6 is 210. So I have negative 37 plus 210. which gives me